Hi, my name is Freddie. Welcome to my channel. To my subscribers, thank you as always. And to my non-subscribers, subscribe and join the fun. For the first craft, you want one of these wood gift boxes. These are so cute just as they are. But I will take all the screws out on both sides and separate them. That way I have two boxes I can decorate. After I remove the screws, I will fill it in with spackling. Now that the spackling is dry, give it a rough sand, especially the tops. They're a little rough, so make sure you sand those. This one with the deep box, I will paint white all over. This one, I do not want to touch the inside, but I do want to use antique wax on the outside in this part and on the back. Then I will seal it with my varnish. If you don't have sealant, you can simply use Mod Podge. And I will also antique wax this. After the paint is dry, while I'm sealing it, I will apply my cardstock. This one will go inside the little one. And this one is going to go on the outside of this. After I trimmed out my cardstock in this, I will attach this with my sealant or Mod Podge. And let that dry, and then we'll decorate both of them. Now that everything is dry, I was trying to sand this down to fit in there and it kind of got stuck. So I'm just going to leave it right where it's at. And these little cube, I just put the rub-on transfers on there. I'm going to glue this in here like this. And by the way, I did add a Noel with the Cricut. And next I will hot glue my beads down, and that one will be done. For this one, I did add some little trees on the Cricut because it just looked like too much like a bar of soap or something. So I will take 3 of these trees and glue them on top, and on this side I took this tree and the wire off, and I will cut one of these trees down and glue it in there, glue it on my Jenga block, and throw it in there, and both of them will be done. So these are the back sides of them. You might notice on the Noel one that I hot glued my beads just so I can hang it up and it stands straight. But let's see what the other side looks like. And this is what the other side looks like. I'm just loving these. I need to get some more of these little boxes. These little boxes work great for your tiered tree. These are so cute and so many different things you can do with them. Okay, on to the next craft. Let's make an easy craft. I love these photo frames. First thing I will do is throw a piece of cardstock on that says Joy. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can simply cut up a Christmas card or make your own sign. And now I will take this truck that I already took the wire off of, and we'll hot glue it down on the corner. I want part of my truck on this frame and part of the truck on that frame because I will have to smash this down because of the tree. Like that. So when I hot glue it, I'm just going to hold it there and make a pretty bow. I would show you how to make a pretty bow, but I think you guys know by now that I'm lousy at making bows. Now, how easy was that? It's so versatile. Okay, on to the next craft. I am so glad the Dollar Tree has these decor pieces back. I want to take this design off and put my own on. The first step I need to do is to remove the paint, and this paint is dried on. Short of using mineral spirits, so I'm just going to take the razor blade, but the trick to removing paint with a razor blade is to make sure your glass is lubricated. And I will just use Windex. You can use Goof Off, whatever. Just make sure it is well lubricated, otherwise it'll scratch your glass. And then just take your razor blade and remove it. I am not going to lie, that was very hard. This is not real glass, so there's no way you can put a heat gun on it or even paint thinner. What I did is I used Goo Gone as lubricant and just used a razor blade, a new one, and it came off. It took me a while, but it did come off. I suggest, if you want to recreate this, to buy 2 picture frames, square ones, take one of the glass out and glue them back to back so you have this nice frame. Next, I will take my Joy to the World lyrics, the Christmas one, not the one by Three Dog Night, Jeremiah was a bullfrog, Joy to the World. And I will place them here. Now you could easily recreate this just by putting it on, printing it out on a printer and taping it here and painting it with a glass paint pen. That works really great. But I will use my Cricut. And after I do that, this ribbon fits almost perfect around my edges. So I will hot glue them down. I'm only going to glue on the corners just to keep it nice and straight. And then I'll add some embellishments. Not sure where I'm going to go. I love these ones. I think this came from Michael's. And these. Not sure where I'm going to go until I get this done. And then I'll set it up. And here is the finished project. I love the sides. And I just added holly berries just to make it a little bit Christmas. But I'm loving the saying, and heaven and nature sing. Yeah. Okay, on to the next craft. For this next craft, you need a candy cane wreath and some ribbon. I will place mine at an angle, and when I'm wrapping it, I want to try to line up my colors. I think I'll start down here. And then I will glue it along the edge here. And if there's extra material or too much, I will hot glue it there just so my lines will line up. And I'm going to do that on the whole wreath. Okay, that was tough, especially up here, but I got it done. Now I will just add some tails and a bow and some embellishments and hang it up, and that project will be done. Now how cute is that? I'm loving this. Until next time, take care of yourself and one another.